If you're dealing with the loss of a loved one, the absolute last thing you need is for the whole legal process to just grind to a halt. But you know what? That's exactly what tends to happen during the holidays when the courts close up shop. So today, we're going to walk through how you can navigate these probate delays and actually feel like you're in control. Let's get right into it. It's just an incredibly tough spot to be in, right? You're trying to manage all this estate paperwork, you're grieving, and it's all happening during a time that's supposed to be about family and reflection. So our whole goal here is to cut through that confusion and just give you a clear, actionable way forward.
And this is really the heart of the problem. It's like a perfect storm, where your grief, all this legal complexity, and the administrative shutdowns just collide. It is completely understandable to feel like the entire system is working against you at the worst possible moment.
Okay, so first, let's break down the problem itself. It's frustrating, no doubt about it. But here's the good news. These delays are predictable. And if you can predict something, you can prepare for it.
This quote just perfectly captures that feeling, doesn't it? The feeling of being totally in limbo. You've done everything you were supposed to, you submitted the paperwork, and then nothing. Just silence. You're stuck waiting for a court to do something that simply isn't going to happen until the new year.
And you can see the direct impact right here. These simple, necessary court actions, things like signing orders or approving petitions, they just come to a complete stop. The whole process stalls, and what should be just a few days of waiting turns into weeks, completely throwing your timeline off track.
So why does this happen every single year? It's not just random, I promise. Understanding the reasons behind this annual slowdown is really the first step in turning that frustration you're feeling into a proactive strategy. This timeline gives you a pretty clear picture of the window of disruption. And notice, it's not just a day or two for Christmas. The slowdown often kicks off in late November with reduced hours. It hits its absolute peak in mid to late December, and courts only really start getting back up to speed in early January. So what's really behind all this? Well, it's a mix of a few things. You've got the obvious major holidays, of course, but then you also have local court policies that can stretch those closures even longer. Throw in essential staff taking some well-deserved vacation, plus the court trying to manage its own case backlogs, and yeah, you get a systemic, predictable shutdown. Okay, now for the important part, how you can get ahead of it. This is where we shift from just talking about the problem to focusing on the solution. Let's look at the proactive steps you can take right now to prepare and take back some of that control. Here is your game plan. Step 1, gather every single document you need. Then, work really closely with your attorney to make sure it's all complete and correct. Now, this next step is critical. You have to actively check the court's schedule for any early cutoff dates. And all the while, keep the lines of communication wide open with both your lawyer and your family. And pay super close attention to this term, the court cutoff date. This is a key piece of insider knowledge. It's not the holiday itself, but an earlier internal deadline. If you miss this date, your paperwork is almost guaranteed to just sit there until January. Finding out this date gives you a huge advantage.
So what do you do when the court is actually closed? You don't just have to sit there and wait. The official process might be on pause, but your progress doesn't have to stop completely. There are actually several crucial things you can be doing to keep the momentum going.
The key here is to categorize your to-do list. See, court-dependent tasks are on hold, so just mentally set those aside for now. Your focus should shift entirely to the independent tasks, the things you can actually control. This is the perfect time to handle communications with creditors and get all your documents organized and pre-signed for the new year. And believe it or not, there's even more you can do. You can look into any accounts that don't need court approval, like those with payable on death beneficiaries. You can use this downtime to mediate any family disagreements. Or you can work with your attorney to prepare every single document, creating what's like a launch package that's ready to be filed the second the clerk's office opens its doors in January. And the most crucial resource you have during this time? It's your attorney. The courthouse might be closed, but they are very likely still working. Keep that communication going to plan your next moves and make sure you're ready to hit the ground running as soon as the courts reopen. So let's bring all this together. The goal here isn't just to survive the holiday slowdown, it's to use it to your advantage so you can end the year feeling in control and start the new year ready to move forward right away. If you only take away 3 things, let it be these. First, anticipate the slowdown. Know what's coming and find out those key dates. Second, use that knowledge to prepare proactively so you're not caught by surprise. And third, categorize your to-do list so you can focus your energy where it actually matters, on what you can control. And that is the real takeaway here. You can't control the court's calendar. Trying to will only drive you crazy.
Your real power lies in controlling your own organization and your own preparation.
By anticipating these annual delays and using the downtime strategically, you can literally transform a period of frustrating waiting into a period of productive preparation. You can make sure your case is right at the top of the pile when those courthouse doors swing back open in the new year.